Hey everyone, welcome back to Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. I'm Anthony Tomo, your host. Today we have Andrew Boji and his delicioso spice selection, the New York Strip Club.
How's it going, everybody?
Glad to have you out here. First, he is an attorney, so if you post some stuff in the comments, you better become correct. But do post in the comments, please. It helps the algorithm and it helps us gain some traction. So Andrew, tell us where this came from, how it came about, and how delicious it all is.
Yeah, I would love to tell you. Everybody always wants to kind of know where I got inspiration for cooking from. So there's different parts to this. Mm-hmm. So my brother-in-law is a pretty good cook, and he was
Who's
usually
your brother-in-law?
Bobby Simon.
Bobby Seaman?
Yeah.
Who the hell is that?
Yeah.
My dog, Bobby.
Very familiar face around here.
Yeah.
So he was really like the designated chef when it would come to, holiday events and stuff.
Anything we did too before.
Yeah, he was really just the master of the grill, the barbecue guy. And what happened was they were busy one of the holidays.
Oh boy.
And, I had to take over the grilling. So I made a steak, and it was a whole tenderloin. I used a salt, pepper, and garlic blend I kind of just created myself.
Really?
Some stuff from the pantry at home.
Okay.
And just, the ratio of seasonings that I used on it, everybody really liked it a lot. Mm-hmm. So, getting like a positive feedback from everybody during the dinner kind of made me happy.
Yeah.
I felt like some sense of fulfillment for doing that.
Sure.
So I decided, maybe I was going to start cooking a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Kind of got tired of eating the same restaurants all the time.
Yeah.
So that happened. That's my initial inspiration for starting to barbecue and whatnot. So as I got more into cooking,
Cooking more, or just on the grill, or even cooking in the oven?
No, just cooking on the grill. I usually make like a lot of stove dishes inside the house.
Okay.
Pastas. I do
yeah.
chicken marsala, a lot of Italian food.
Okay.
My seasonings are very versatile. They can go on any kind of dish. It's not barbecue specific, although it's an audience that I target.
Yep.
Just because
because there's fire.
There's fire, exactly, and barbecue
and
is just
drop
my
the
thing.
F-bombs.
Yeah, and you can stand over the grill and get a little burn going,
Yeah.
and see a nice char. The flames scare you a little bit.
Makes for great reels.
Very nice. Yeah, you get some good content out of it. But barbecuing more and more, I just wanted to make better food. I just wanted to be the best at barbecuing. So a friend of mine reached out to me, and we went to Georgia and did a barbecue school with Myron Mixon from the Food Network. Yeah, he's the most winning man in all of barbecue history.
You actually took a course with them?
Yeah, I took a course with him himself. He was the leader of the class. It was a competition barbecue smoking school.
Really?
Yeah, so I do have a lot of experience in barbecue. For those who always want to know if my food tastes good as it looks, it does simply taste better than it looks, and it looks damn good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So what are some of the dishes that you've concocted over the years? And
so just over time, I've been in the gym a lot lately. I used to be much bigger. Those watching who know me from, about a year and a half ago, I was a pretty big dude. A lot of the...
What were you at your peak, if you don't mind sharing that?
Peak weight, I was around 300 pounds.
Wow.
Yep. And right now I'm sitting at 200, and I've been cruising at that for about a year and a half now.
And you're pretty ripped too.
Yeah, just in the gym, I eat a lot of protein. That's why I love to do the barbecue. Tons of protein, tons of vegetables, a lot of things that you can just cook on the grill. And it takes a little bit of time to cook on a grill, so you have to have some patience to do that.
Yeah.
But you make
more
a little
the smoker,
time.
though. The smoker, man, takes so much time.
It does. Smoker takes a lot of time. So I don't use a pellet smoker.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I'm a little more old school with it.
Bob used to use everything.
Yeah, he knows how to use all of them. I kind of learned from
green
him.
egg. We bought green eggs together.
I have one of those.
I didn't use mine.
Yeah, you guys always eat with him. That's why. So make it easy. Right. You never have to use yours if he's always cooking.
Exactly.
You should see my grill at home. It's destroyed compared to my friends' grills.
Oh boy.
But I did the old school method. I learned with cooking with wood and charcoal. That's where you get the most flavor from.
Oh, shit.
So it takes a little while to cook, but on average, it's shorter than using a pellet smoker just because it gets a lot hotter.
Yep.
You can get in more contact with the fire and whatnot. So, you give out about an hour and a half usually. You can make pretty much anything on a charcoal grill.
Really?
Yeah.
So you'd recommend charcoal for people, but not, I mean, how does someone begin to start? Because I go outside, I turn my shit on, and I throw this stuff on. And
So
scrape it a little bit, and then I get to grilling.
It's really easy to have a gas grill. That's what's the most convenient.
Yeah.
That's why everybody has them.
Yep.
Just one thing I don't like about them is that, I like to cook indirectly, which means, you put your charcoal and wood on one side, and then you put the meat on the opposite side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that it never can get essentially burned from the fire.
Yeah.
It'll just cook more and more. And I've got the science down to, the amount of charcoal and the amount of wood for the time I want to cook in. And it's just so much better. But to go about cooking with a charcoal grill, it's very simple. I mean, I use an $80 Weber that I bought from Home Depot. So that's,
What kind of coals do you use?
For charcoal, I'm just kind of a convenience guy, If I'm going to Costco and shopping, I don't use match lights, but I will use the regular Kingsfords. But I like Royal Oak charcoal. That's like a jumbo lump charcoal. Those are really good to use. If you're new to using a charcoal grill and you don't want to experiment with wood, the wood is really hard to use and control the heat if you don't know what you're doing. You can just start with regular lump.
You use the wood for the flavor?
Yes.
Or is there a different method of getting some of the more besides obviously this? What are the other tricks for getting the flavor, the smoky taste or smell?
So your main flavor profile, of course, is going to come from your seasonings that you're going to use, and then your type of meat that you use. Sometimes it depends on the cut. Where if you use like a grass-fed steak, you're going to have more of a gamier taste to start out with, as opposed to a steak that you will buy from Costco, and then there's choice and there's prime and wagyu. There's all different kinds. So your main profile starts with like the meat and the seasoning. As far as enhancing that, which is what the charcoal and wood do, there's so many flavors of wood that you can use.
Okay, so it's the wood.
Yeah, there's cherry, there's post oak, there's apple, mesquite, hickory. I mean, you can just walnut, maple.
And you took all that into consideration when you devise these blends?
Yes, absolutely. So my main method is using post oak wood. That is like what they use down south. That's the most common. The big barbecue chains, like Terry Black's Barbecue. They're like the most famous in Texas. They use post oak.
Okay.
Myron Mixon, he uses the post oak, and he uses the lump charcoal as well.
Yeah.
A lot of wood smoking.
So when I first started watching your stuff with the paper plate chef, right? That's on Instagram. That's your handle.
Yeah, that's my cooking channel. It's the Paper Plate Chef _. That's where you'll see a lot of my barbecue making, promotion for my seasoning company, all the different dishes that you can make while using these seasonings. And I talk a little bit of shit on there. So if you're sensitive, you might not like it.
Right.
But for those who know me, you know that this is just like who I am. And I love to cook and I love to eat, and I'm just a perfect example of what eating healthy, good food at home can do for you.
Yeah, I mean, losing 100 pounds because you started taking an interest in cooking at home, knowing the ingredients, knowing what you're putting in your body makes a world of difference.
Yep.
And so, so you devised, or you just ate more carbs, or did you actually devise some sort of diet going to follow?
I had a diet plan kind of set out. I tried to primarily eat meat. It was like a carnivore diet.
Yep.
But once a week I would do like a refeed with some carbohydrates. Nothing major. I wouldn't eat like a huge bowl of rice.
Yeah.
I'd have a small bowl of rice and I'd maybe have some fruit, because there's carbohydrates and sugar, even natural sugar. So like watermelon, grapes, other fruit like that.
Yeah.
People don't know that sometimes when they can't lose weight, it's because they eat a couple grapes at night, or they eat some watermelon before they go to bed.
I mean, too much sugar.
Yeah, too much sugar. So I would try to stay away from that as much as possible. And I would just eat like vegetables, like an Iraqi salad, cucumbers, tomatoes, onions.
Right, nice and clean.
But with no oil, of course, no olive oil in it.
So olive oil is the enemy?
All oils are the enemy.
Really?
Yeah, all oils. Everyone's so stuck up on
for
the
me.
seed oils.
Yeah.
You know, everyone cares
Yeah.
so much about seed oils, but like in reality, all oils are,
Fat.
yeah, they're all fat.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if your plan is to lose fat, you can't really do it while eating it. So that's, you know, I had to create
gotta go
something.
somewhere.
Yeah, I had to
Yeah.
create something that was good on lean proteins. So I factored in everything when it comes to this. Like, for instance, the hot honey chipotle, you know, I use smaller granules of sugar and salt, so that way when you
Digest
season your
easier.
chicken, when you season the chicken, you don't have to use a binder for it to stick to the meat.
Oh.
The sugar and the salt will absorb the moisture from the meat,
Right.
and it'll kind of just make like, you know, its own liquid binder on top. So it's so important. Like, it took me 5 or 6 months just to develop a few of the flavors, because I had to go through different grains of, you know, the seasonings that I wanted to
Yeah.
use, and the flavor profile that matches smoking the wood. Because you can get like from so many different places, like peppers, salt, you know, all of that kind of stuff. There's garlic there's Spanish garlic, there's Japanese garlic, you know, there's Himalayan salt. You can get it from Pakistan, from international wholesalers. There's just so many different factors. Some coarse salts, they have more calcium and magnesium than other salts in them, and people don't know that won't break down as easy when you're cooking with it.
Yeah.
So just so many factors go into a product that, you know, I really care about.
I mean, you sound like a chemist, brother.
Yeah, it was. It was
I mean, the way
Bad.
you're breaking it all down, you sound like a chemist.
Yeah, it was a science project, honestly. I mean, I've always been hungry, not literally hungry.
Yeah.
Actually, literally hungry.
In the
you know,
past, yeah.
in the past, I was actually hungry. But like, you know, my whole life, I was hungry kind of for a purpose. And I've done many jobs. You know, I've done mortgages. I do real estate right now. Currently, I have rental properties. That's like my main, you know, thing. This is kind of like
Aren't
a
you an
hobby for
attorney?
me. No, I'm not an attorney, actually.
Did you go to law school?
I got accepted to law school, and then I rerouted into
okay.
different fields.
Well, good for you.
I went the real estate route. You know, since I got out of high school, I've kind of been buying rental houses, doing like the
good.
fixer-uppers and stuff.
That's amazing.
So
big money in that.
never quit your day job. That's the most important thing. If you want to start something new like this, don't ever quit your day job until the shit pops off.
Exactly.
But
and you're getting there.
yeah, working
it's
hard
really
for it.
popping off.
Always tried, you know, different jobs, and I was successful in everything I did. But, you know, my purpose really came when I started making food, and my friends and family were enjoying it. It didn't feel like I was working. Everybody was always so happy. That's just kind of how this all started. So I took that idea of happiness with everybody, I combined it with my expertise of working, and got this little science project down here.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So you have 4 offerings right now, 4 SKUs?
Yeah, right now I have 4 different flavors.
What are they? Run them down.
I have right here the cow cover. This is like a sweet and smoky beef/pork rub. I have salt, pepper, and garlic. This is my traditional blend right here. You can use this for anything. I put this in my pastas. I put this on vegetables. I would put it on dessert if I could. The hot honey chipotle, this is one of my best sellers. This goes really good on chicken and fish and vegetables. And then we have the original barbecue rub. This is kind of what put me on the map. Everybody always would message me and ask me, you know, what am I seasoning my chicken with? I would post some stuff on Instagram. And, you know, this is the one right here that kind of did it for me.
So when I watch your reels and your posts, you don't chintz on the
Yeah.
seasoning.
Yeah.
What's the secret to that, or what's the purpose for that?
Okay, so the main slogan is waste it to taste it.
Yep.
And again, you know, with the science project, it took me a long time to formulate a seasoning that was able to use so much of it for the flavor, but not get all of the sodium and get all of the sugar and all of that, you know, from the serving itself.
Yeah.
So I have it where you could just season it as much as you want, and you know, you're not going to get an overload of salt or an overload of flavor. It's just perfectly proportioned all the way through.
And so where does all of that seasoning go? Like, I mean, maybe because it's the granule, you because there's some seasonings. If I put too much, it's a mess.
Yeah, of course. You'll get some on the tray, extra seasonings that you don't use.
Who cares about that? I want my piece of meat, my meat to taste phenomenal, and that's what it. You seem to have perfected that, and it's amazing. Like I'm not schooled enough in the field to understand how this is happening.
Yeah.
Because when I do, if there's too much shit on it, it just doesn't taste good for me.
Yeah. So there's really not a whole lot to it. It's just less salts. Make for the ability to use more seasoning.
Yeah.
And salt, pepper, and garlic, the main base of that is salt, but combined with the pepper and the garlic ratio in there, you're able to use as much as you want. You may get a little overpowering of black pepper. This is for somebody who truly likes a salt, pepper, and garlic seasoning.
Right,
if you go to a steakhouse, not a lot of times are you going to get a salt, pepper, and garlic seasoning on your steak. They just do usually like salt, or if they have like a house blend or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's trial and error.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
pretty much trial and error.
And so, how much of that trip that you took you said something mixing, David?
Yeah, Myron mixing. Yeah, so I went down to Georgia, Unadilla, Georgia. It's a couple hours south of Atlanta.
Almost to Florida.
Yeah, literally.
And so what did you learn there? Like, what was the...
So, with Myron Mixon, I learned how to do competition smoking. So, basically how to prep the food, cook the food, and deliver it with the appearance of a world-class barbecue chef.
Yeah.
And, I took the ideas and concepts that I learned with his class, and I put them on a smaller scale. Because I'm not cooking 100 or 200 chickens yet. Yeah. One day I will. Just wait for the pop-up.
Right. What's the world record?
World record?
Let's break the world record. Let's put something together.
We got to find out. Somebody tell us the world record for the most chicken thighs ever cooked in one day.
Post it in the comments.
I'm ready. Put it in the comments below. We're going to break it.
We're breaking that shit.
Yeah. That'll be an easy one, man. Because so many people want to try my food.
There you go.
I'd have to make
line them up.
Chickens.
And you're not going to waste one. You're not even going to waste one thigh.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste a single thigh.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So, where can people get this stuff?
So right now you can go online, thenewyorkstripclub.com. If you order the combo box or spend $50 or more, there's free shipping. And in the future, I will be releasing 6 more flavors within the next month. I'm kind of leaning toward...
This month? Within the next month from today?
Within...
a couple months?
It will be about 60 days, from...
That's a huge undertaking.
From manufacturer to store, what I'm saying?
So they're already blended.
Yeah, so they're all blended, and I'm kind of just, playing with the granules and the ratios.
What about the
names?
Stuff.
The names of them? I don't know if I can tell you guys these ones. We'll keep them a little secret.
Break one at least.
All right, we'll break one. We're
keeping up the Chaldeans, man.
We're gonna have a lemon pepper with an assortment of spices and a couple hints in there.
Okay.
A little different than your basic lemon pepper, but enough to be similar where you can use it on every dish that you normally use your lemon pepper on.
I love lemon pepper. I kill the lemon pepper.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite seasonings.
What do we call it?
We're going to call that one Lemon-Aid. Like Lemonade.
Lemonade.
Like a Band-Aid.
Shit.
Yeah, so it's going to be your Lemonade for all of your dishes that need lemons.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
And you don't have to say it if you don't.
Yeah.
Do any of the new names have an F dash in them? F-bomb dash?
No, not yet. I'm trying to make a couple of flavors, or I might do like a special 4-flavor seasonal type of thing. Kind of leaning towards like the name direction, like different.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, different style boxes. Like I have plans for like an Asian style box with maybe like a ginger sesame seasoning, or sesame seeds or something like that, and actually working on a dessert blend as well, a couple different dessert blends.
Are you dabbling in desserts?
Yeah, trying to dabble in the desserts. I'm not very good at making them, but
you will.
Yeah, eventually I'll get good with them.
Yeah, for sure.
Food's my strong point, so it's not hard to learn.
No doubt. Are we going to do a binding, for pack for the holiday season with the bow on top?
Yeah, exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna offer holiday packs. Pretty much anytime a holiday comes around, I'm gonna try and have a package for that. You know,
very cool.
I want to have something for like Easter time. You know, for the kids, something with sprinkles and marshmallows and cool stuff like that. So
why don't we take these, make them a little smaller, like single use.
Yep.
Put them in a heart box. Put them all in a heart box, and that would be your Valentine's to your wife, so that she can get her ass in the kitchen.
Yeah, and start cooking. Ladies, this is what you need to buy so you can practice making barbecue. You'll keep your husbands very happy, I promise. You put some cow cover on him too. I mean, that's what it's for. That's funny. But
we got jokes, ladies.
Yeah, we got tons of jokes. It's all jokes. It's all jokes. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Just buy them and have your husband use them.
Exactly.
But if you don't like to buy online, I know a couple people are not very tech friendly. I'm in a lot of the local markets. I'm in Holiday Market, Royal Oak, and Canton, Johnny Pomodoro's in West Bloomfield.
The Chaldeans there?
Yeah, the Chaldeans, they really helped me out a lot. They were one of the first stores that I got in. They got me some great exposure. They're in really nice areas, so that helped me out a lot. I'm working on a few different local markets right now. Trying to develop, like I said, the new flavors. I have some new size bottles coming in.
Yeah.
Not everybody likes to waste it to taste it, and 12-ounce seasonings might last a little too long. So I'm working on the smaller ones for my people that don't cook as much.
Perfect. And the
and then for the holidays and the Valentine boxes, we didn't forget about you or your husbands.
Don't worry, ladies, we got you covered.
Oh,
all right. Is there anything we didn't cover? Is there anything new coming out? Is there? I mean, you already talked about new coming out, but is there any? Are you going to do an event? Do you have any crazy explosions to?
So I mean, it's always a talk with my friends. Everybody really wants me to throw events and do stuff like that. I'm not really prepared to do them. I haven't dabbled with cooking for huge crowds of people yet.
Okay.
But I am doing a small pop-up. It's not really a public event, but at the Lions home game opener, a couple of my friends own some businesses that they have tents that are going to be set up for like a little tailgate, and I'm going to set up a couple grills over there and kind of give everybody little samples of the food and let them test it out. There's going to be some videographers and photographers taking pictures and stuff, and then from there, depending the success of how I feel, how I was working on that, I'll throw a pop-up event, or maybe one day have a restaurant. You never know.
Heck yeah, it'd be phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, we since Arkin's barbecue, we don't have like anything else like that around here. And God rest his soul, Arkin, great guy.
Yep.
He used to come to our Keeping Up with the Chaldeans, cook rib and wing competitions.
Okay.
We used to have out here, so we used to do like 8 or 10 contestants. They used to smoke a rib and do some chicken wings, and we did like first annual, second annual, and then we kind of got away from it. Instead of doing them, I did a family reunion here at my house instead, because we did it in my yard.
Okay.
So if we decide to do a third annual, Keeping Up with the Chaldeans, we did a chili contest too.
Yeah, I saw the chili contest. That looked awesome.
Yeah, so if we do decide to do a third, we're bringing you on as a celebrity judge, or maybe you compete and blow everybody out of the water.
I would love to do it. That's what I want to do, and maybe do some barbecue contests, prior to that.
Yeah.
If the opportunity
If you need help
presents.
coordinating or anything, I'm all available to you.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
We got it down pretty good, and I have contacts with the people that have taken part before. They reach out all the time. They want to do something, but so maybe it's the New York Strip Club exclusive spices that they have to use.
Yeah, that's
run it
something
down.
that I've thought about doing.
Yeah.
You know, hosting a barbecue contest and see
Yep.
who could use my seasonings the best, and you know, I'll use my expertise that I learned from Myron Mixon
Yep.
on how to judge, because not only is he the best at barbecue in the world, he's now world famous judge for barbecue, and he does a lot of TV shows, and he just, you know, knows from A to Z every point of barbecue, and that's what I learned. So there's nowhere where I can miss when it comes to this.
It's phenomenal.
Yep.
So get out there, pick up some, go to the New York Strip Club.com and order yourself some, or go to one of the stores that he mentioned. Look in the spice section and look for the New York Strip Club, the rubs, the chipotle, the, what does that say?
Salt, pepper, and garlic,
Salt, pepper,
SPG.
and garlic, and cow cover.
Yep.
Get out there and get them, people.
That's it. New York Strip
Thanks for
Club.
joining us, brother.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
For sure.